Hey, this is Jeff Boucher, owner of the Morristown Parisi Speed School, and I am here at the Parisi facility in Morristown today with Vincenzo Bernardo. Vincenzo was a professional soccer player for 10 years, and I'll let him tell you about that in just a moment. And today he founded and runs Morris Elite Soccer Club, which currently has 17 teams and is doing just incredible things. He's tearing it up out there in the soccer world. So I wanted to bring him in. We want to talk about what we're doing. We have a strategic partnership going with training and with working with his athletes to bring them to the highest level possible. So I'm going to just turn it to Vincenzo now and say, Vincenzo, tell us a little bit about your career. You grew up locally, so tell us about that and give us the pathway that brought you to the highest levels of soccer.
Yeah, I grew up in Madison, born and raised here until I was 16, and then I moved to Italy to pursue my professional soccer career. Spent 10 years playing professionally in 4 different countries: Italy, Austria, Guatemala, and the United States. So a lot of soccer in my whole upbringing, and being part of professional organizations at a young age was crucial for me through my professional career.
That's awesome. So what does it take when you were a kid, give us a little bit about, did you think you could make it to that level? Was it always something you wanted, or as you grew older, was it something that you realized, I can do this?
Well, it's always been a dream of mine since I was a baby. As soon as I started kicking the ball around, it was a dream to play professionally. So, just working hard and building up to that point, and when the opportunity comes, you take it.
How much would you say your youth coaches factored into your to your success?
They were very important. They taught me aside of the technical aspect of the game, but just the psychological part of it, and always being able to give it 100% and working hard, teaching us the fundamentals of the game, and it's not just the soccer aspect. It's the weight room, it's the speed school, it's everything all put together.
Okay, so I grew up as an undersized athlete and was always, the kids were always bigger than me. I couldn't gain weight in high school. I couldn't do anything. I wanted to play football. I couldn't be a running back. I couldn't, end up being a defensive back, which was a great position. But I was always playing up. And here you are, also an undersized athlete, and you went to the professional level. Tell us a little about what that was like as a young athlete, but also how was it playing professionally when most of the guys were probably larger, bigger, taller?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely not easy. Being told always that you're smaller. But that being said, you always have a chip on your shoulder. You always perform at your 100% because you know that you have to. And if you don't, you're not going to be picked. So, at a young age, I've always played up, which prepared me to the point where I was playing against professionals and men that were older than me and bigger than me. And it didn't really faze me too much. I was already used to it. So it was all about preparation, and it is all mental. But definitely it could be done, and I encourage all the players in every sport. If you're not always the biggest or the strongest, the fastest, it's heart and determination that wins at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think that's a message we want to send to all those young athletes that have a confidence issue about their size and so forth. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate you sharing that. So we were sitting at lunch one day, and we had a good friend there, another partner of ours, and he asked you a question. I thought this was really interesting. He said, Vincenzo, so do you want to be the best club in Northern Jersey? And without hesitation, you turned around and said, no, I want to be the best club in the nation, starting with Northern New Jersey. Tell us what that means for you. How do you become the best club? What do you have to do?
Well, even from myself as an athlete growing up, I always set the bar high, and you got to dream big and you got to deliver. So the goal is for Morris Elite to be one of the best clubs in the nation, and to do that, you have to deliver a quality product on and off the field. So it comes with partnering up with quality programs. You have to be very cautious with who you bring on board. So having Parisi as part of our speed school and our official speed partner, it gives our players another platform to take their game to the next level. And that's important because you have to deliver, and you have to deliver a quality product that's better and different in most ways than other clubs out there. So my experience playing in different countries and playing at a high level, I know that it's key for running a club and taking it to the highest level, having these partnerships.
So that's, yeah, and I agree with everything you just said, and I think you are going to go places because I've been right there witnessing what you're doing. And I think it's great. I think from the way you market yourself, the way you hold your brand, the big brand names that are backing you, that's awesome. And it does take a lot of strategic stuff at those upper levels. In doing that, I just had the opportunity, my partner Matt and I, my business partner Matt, had the opportunity to go down and help you a little bit in your tryouts. And that was really exciting for us. So tell us what you were doing. It was tryouts. It was 4 days over the course of 2 weeks, and we did a speed station for you, but there was a lot going on there. So tell us a little bit about Morris Elite and this past couple of weeks.
Definitely. Well, Morris Elite, it started 2 years ago from zero. Decided to hold tryouts in my hometown, Madison, and I didn't expect anything at the time. And we had over 100 kids show up the first year. So we started with 5 teams, which is a lot for the first year.
Absolutely.
And then now, as our second year, we went up to 17 teams. Tryout season is the most important time of the year. And we had over 315 players registered this year. And it's going to allow us to grow a little bit more and also bring in more quality into the club and compete at higher levels. So Morris Elite has 2 different platforms. It's the Morris County teams and the EDP teams. So we're open to players that, for Morris County that want to compete in the local area and want to take in the training. And then there's also the EDP side of it where they're training more. You're competing against state teams as well as regional teams as well. So it's 2 different dynamics, but the club offers both platforms. And tryouts, it was a crazy day, but the important thing is that we showed our product, and having Parisi there doing the speed station is exactly what I was saying about being different. Most clubs don't have that.
Right.
So, to take the club to the next level, to show the members of the club why Morris Elite is different, because it's easy just to say it, but to actually deliver a product and having the kids do 20-yard dash and speed drills, it's something new, and it's also going to benefit them in the long run.
Well, it was great. I mean, it was great to watch. Your coaches were exceptional. They were just totally engaged with the kids, which I think, looking at coaches all these years, that's a critical thing. Being engaged, eyes on, instructional, really, really important. So that was great. We also helped you. I know you had one of your Flight 1 teams, right? Play over at Drew University a few weeks ago. The weather did not cooperate with us, but it was a fantastic game. And and I know we warmed up the athletes for you, and we were really happy to do that. But yeah, that was great. Tell us a little bit about that one game. That was a great game.
Definitely. Our U19 boys, they're the highest ranked team that we have in the club. They're currently ranked 8th in the state. So they consist of players that are currently playing college and then some that are going D1. So it's a good group of boys, and this day was for the whole club in general, all the young players from 6 years old all the way up to 16 years old, to go and support our U19 boys, and we partnered up with Drew University to deliver a professional atmosphere for this team. So we played in the stadium. We had Morris Sussex Sports broadcast the game, and it was a tremendous experience for the boys that were playing on the field, as well as the players that came to watch and support. So these are little things and stepping stones on how we want to move up the ladder and deliver that quality product that we always talk about. So having Parisi do the warm up and getting the boys ready to go, especially on such a cold day, it was very important for us.
Right. So, and that was great. We enjoyed doing it. So one last question I have for you is, how important, and this is really for the parents and for the athlete, how important is it for them to be practicing working off the field? If they want to be an elite soccer player, even if it's just at the high school level, or even beyond, college level, the collegiate level, or they have a dream like you did to go to the pros, how important is off-field training?
It's extremely important. Just from myself and my career, I never stopped. You're training with your team maybe 2-3 times a week, and then you have a game. but there's so many hours left that you have to put in that extra work to get yourself to the next level. So it's extremely important. If you're looking to take your game to the next level, you have to work in the weight room. You have to do the speed training. You have to do strength and overall body coordination training. These are all important components into being a better athlete, number one, but especially being a better soccer player, because soccer, you're running for 90 minutes. You don't have a lot of breaks, and it's a lot of cardio, and you have to be prepared physically for your body to take that, as well as psychologically, because there's no breaks like other sports. It's at one halftime, and it's when you're competing at a high level, it's a very intense game.
Well, we are, I'm thrilled to be working with you. Love working with high-level people that have a high get-it factor and a great work ethic, and that care as much as you do, and I know we do, about kids, especially helping them develop in these really formative years. So we look forward to a great, relationship going forward, and being partners, helping you in those ways, and really just being able to get you to that goal of being the best in the nation. So thanks for coming to the studio today, and really appreciate it.
Thank you.